everyone. My name is Jordan, and this is my Cocker Spaniel puppy Jackson. And today we are going to teach you how to potty train your dog using potty bells. Now Pablo used bells to teach his dogs when they were going to be fed. The reason I chose to use bells to potty train my dog is because I noticed when people were teaching their dogs to potty train, their dogs would automatically learn to go sit at the door or paw at the door to tell their owners they needed to go outside. The problem with this is if you're in another room or if you are preoccupied, you're not always going to be able to tell if your dog needs to go outside. But with the potty bells, you are able to tell that your dog needs to go by him ringing the bell and making a noise. Now, before you start the potty training process, there are a couple of things that you need to do first. First, you need to remember that you need to start potty training from the second you get home. If you start a couple of days later, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Second thing you need to do is to choose a door in your house. This is a door that you will use every single time that you take your dog outside to go to the potty. The next thing you need to do is you need to choose whether you want to buy bells, which is what I did, or make them. To make bells, you can either go to the store, get ribbon, get a cat toy that's got bells in it, or you can buy bells. Just tie the ribbon to the bells and put the ribbon on the door. Now, I chose to buy bells because they're made of more durable material and it'll last longer. Now, after you do all this, you need to also remember that you are going to have to take your dog out every hour until he is 2-3 months old. Now, after you have done all of these, you will start the potty training process. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your dog familiar with the bells because they can be scary to puppies at first, and they won't want to go near them. So what I do is I put my bells, rub peanut butter on them, and let my dog play with it and sniff it and lick the peanut butter off of it. This allows your dog to not be so scared of the bells and get them comfortable with it. And it also teaches them that when they touch it, it makes a noise. Now, once you have gotten your dog comfortable with the bells, you want to start the potty training process. Now, every time that you take your dog outside, you're going to do the same thing. You are going to take your dog to the bells, and you're going to tell him, ring the bell. You're going to take his paw and ring the bell. You do that 2 times, and this teaches your dog to ring the bell. After you do that twice, you are going to walk your dog outside. Right whenever your puppy goes potty, give him a treat. Make a big deal about the fact that he went potty, because he needs to know that he did something right. Clap your hands, jump up and down, pet him, do whatever you have to get him excited. Now, once you come back inside, you're going to give your puppy another treat. Now, this teaches your dog to go outside, do his business, and come back in, which will come in handy when it is raining outside or when it's freezing cold. Oh, boy. Now, after you have done this, your dog will slowly learn, within hopefully the next week or 2, that when you tell him to ring the bell, he will automatically ring the bells. And you won't have to make him ring the bell anymore. But you still need to continue to take your dog outside right after, give him a treat immediately after he goes to the bathroom, and make it a big deal about it. Now, after about, I would say, 2 months, depending on when you got your dog, you need to up the time in between when you take your dog outside. This way, you can see if your dog has learned to use the bell to tell you that he needs to go potty. Now this can be a hard time for owners because if your dog has not learned that, then he will still have accidents. Now, it took him 6 weeks to learn to use the potty and to use the bell to tell me he needs to use the potty. And depending on the type of dog you have, depends on how long it will take for your dog to potty train. Smaller dogs tend to be harder to potty train or take longer to potty train, whereas bigger dogs are easier and take less time to potty train. Also, the intelligence of your dog will determine how long it takes. Poodles, German Shepherds, Collies, Corgis, those dogs take the least amount of time to potty train. So think about that when you're getting a dog. Another thing is when you are potty training your dog and he uses the bathroom, I chose to use the crate as punishment. You do not have to use the crate as punishment. You choose to use whatever crate you want to or whatever technique you want to use to punish your dog. Just remember that you need to punish him in some way so that he knows that he did something wrong. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you all have a great afternoon.